Hello everyone and welcome back to Scarlet Hollow. I hope you're having a pleasant Monday, or at least you've had the ability to make it unpleasant for someone deserving of your ire. We're picking up where we left off, with Stella and Gretchen out in the woods at night, and Duke tramping around somewhere with a shotgun looking for a mountain lion who's been eating his chickens. I have a migraine, so let's get this show on the road. As night falls, that's a little Gretchen. As night falls, my new assistant, the mysterious Vinny, and I find ourselves a hot hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive yet pungent skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellars. And keep digging. Oh, and keep digging, Gretchens. Gretches? I can take that camera off your hands for now. We'll be able to start the tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. In the meantime, we get to take in all of this gorgeous scenery. I'm loving the biodiversity up here. I'm so used to only seeing pigeons and rats. I can't wait to whip out my copy of Guide to the Birds and Wildlife of Western North Carolina and go to town on some identifications. Oh, so you're a bit of a bird watcher. I heard bird watchers go wild for cardinals, and they're our state birds, so you're in for a great week. You'll get an eyeful of all the angry little red birds your heart could desire. Excuse me. You ever had a cough? The hell is that? Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, percussive snort. Whoa! Was that a deer? I've seen videos of them making that spooky little warning snort, but I've never heard it in person. Sure was. Let's check it out. Oh, this is going to be horrifying. You can tell because there's just nothing. So when there is something there, it's going to be terrible. It's not going to be a deer. It's going to be a not deer. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. Oh, that poor thing. Look at those tumors. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of light while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Pain, rot, decay. A deer! Let me at him! How dare he infringe upon my dearest Stella's personal space! Let me at him! And then it's gone. Jeez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. Oh my, it seems I was consumed by a blinding rage. How very unladylike. What must you think of me? She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. Ma'am, don't you go off in the woods after something spooky. You're too much of a potato. They don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? I don't know if it was threatening us. Was there some sort of a cyst or something on that deer? It looked bad. Yeah, I think you're right. I bet it was an abscess. Maybe a tumor. It's not like wild animals can get those things taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing. There's not much we can do about it. Why do you bring Gretchen out here with you? She doesn't seem like the safest choice for a hiking companion. Excuse you! Though, after that outburst came over me, well, I suppose I can see the merit of your concern. I actually find her to be quite the opposite. Sure, she wants to chase stuff, but I usually let her when I'm not on one of my cryptid hunts, so I can't hold that against her. I'm just happy she's still so feisty, even at her age. Pugs aren't exactly known for their good health, but here she is, running around in the woods at 17! Jeez Louise! And I feel like the fresh mountain air and exercise have helped a lot in that regard. You defy the laws of nature, don't you, Gretch? That got my heart rate up. I'm so ready for the hunt. Same for me. How's about we take a quick snack break to fuel up, then get right into the night's activities? I've got all the best trail snacks. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. Let's take a snack bar. You grab a snack bar. Excellent choice. A good source of energy and chocolate. There's cherry and cashew. I hope that's okay. I like to make my own, and I tend to make them with my favorites, but I know that's not everyone's bag. It's a good combo. Who could turn their nose up at a dried cherry? And cashews are always an excellent choice for a nut bar. Sturdy, yet soft. Thank you, thank you. I love all nuts I'm sure you do, Stella. I love all nuts equally, but finding the right ones for my bars has been a long process. They have to be architecturally sound enough to hold the bar together without overpowering the texture of the fruit. Almonds and cashews are my go-tos, though occasionally I still experiment with pecans. They fall apart so easily, though. Anyways, sorry to ramble. It's hard for me to stop once you get me started on snack recipes. You and Stella settle down on an overlook, snack in hand, as the quiet sounds of evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws a stick, distracted for the time being. So, tell me what it's like and more. You have a house? An apartment? Do you live with family, roommates, pets? Tell me what it's like to be Vinny. I live in an apartment with a difficult roommate. I didn't find this guy. An old roommate of mine had to move in, then they left and just stuck me with him. He's not the worst roommate I've ever had, so I can't complain too much. The biggest issue is his complete lack of respect for any boundaries. He sleeps on the couch in the common area most nights, always unclothed. He still bites of my food, which he thinks he's being really sneaky about, but there's nothing sneaky about taking a huge bite out of a freshly made sandwich when there's only 2 of us living there, even if I'm in the other room when it happens. And he infringes on my privacy all the time, too. If I close the door to my room, he'll just start screaming and sometimes even attack the door until I open it, and just walk away. It's like he has a complex about closed doors. Which, of course, also means he doesn't want the door when he doesn't close the door when he's doing his business. Almost like he wants me to watch him. And, at least once a week, he somehow misses and leaves these big pee puddles, which I always wind up stepping in. It's gotten to the point that I think he's causing lasting damage to the house, and no matter what I say or do, it just doesn't get through to him. Anyways, sorry for the rant, but I could go on for hours about this guy. I mean, he's a cat, yeah, but he's a particularly horrible cat, and it's not like I can just give him away or anything. That would be cruel. Wait. He's a cat? Like the animal? Yeah, his name is Truck. I'm terrified I won't get my security deposit back because of what he's done to the place. So, what do you do for a living? Uh... So, you know those ads you see on the sidebar of every website you visit that feel like they know way too much about you? Oh yeah, the ones that recommend stuff based on things I could swear I only talked about in person. So creepy. It's like they can hear everything I say. I work for a company that builds those ads for other companies. I went to school for computer science and thought I'd be doing something challenging when I got hired. But instead of actual programming, they mostly have me go in and make endless changes to the font size or in color or whatever to make more people want to click the ad. I usually make like 40 or 50 ads that are all almost exactly the same and track each of them on a giant spreadsheet. That's my life. That seems a little soul-crushing. It could be worse. At least I have a job, I guess. And programmers make a lot of money, right? Usually. I definitely thought the number on the paycheck was a lot when I was fresh out of school, but it turns out they hired me way below market rate. Maybe I'll find something new, though. A crisp breeze passes over you. What about you? What's your living situation? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it, and I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built that house, and he must have done a great job because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. Do you live alone there? Yeah. The place used to belong to my parents, but they're not around anymore, and the holler's a small enough place that other folks don't need roommates. Oh, geez. I'm so sorry. It's okay. You didn't know. Yes, I did. Gretchen told me. And I've done my morning. You don't have to watch your tongue around me or anything. Life goes on. What were they like? Did you get along? They were amazing. Two of the nicest people you'd ever meet, and interesting too. My dad was a bit of a regional legend among hunters and trappers. He was always out in the woods on the trail of something, and we certainly had some interesting dinners because of him. He had to learn how to fend for himself, you see, since his family didn't have much growing up. So he learned how to hunt and trap and got damned good at it. He always made sure I had food and that I knew how to get it if I ever found myself too far from a grocery store. I could make us a pretty good salad with just what's in this clearing if I had to. Though it wouldn't exactly taste great. As for my mom, she was a saint. She was the local vet, the lady all the farms in the county knew to call if their animals were in need of something. She was smart as a whip and strong to boot. Turns out pulling calves out of 1,600-pound cows all day is a great way to build muscle. She was gentle too. Even the smallest mouse would get the proper care in her hands. I'm sure she's most of the reason Gretchen here is one of the oldest dogs I've ever met. So yeah, those were my parents. Wow. Rude. Rude. My mom died pretty recently, so I get it. It's alright if you ever need to talk about things. Aw, thanks, Vinny. That's really sweet of you. How are you holding up? I'm okay. Hanging in there. It was a long time coming, so it wasn't a surprise. I'd kind of come to terms with it by the time it actually happened. And it's not all bad. She doesn't have to be in pain anymore. That's a relief. The hospital bills are another story, though. You don't have to pay those. If those aren't in your name, you do not have to pay those, okay? You do not have to pay those. Yeesh, I can't even imagine how bad that must be. Just salt in the wound at that point. The hell was that? Whoa. My stars, what was that? Stella immediately packs her bag and slings it over her shoulder. Jesus Christ! Yeah, no kidding. Whatever made that sound, I've never heard anything like it, and it's close. Here, hold Gretchen's leash for me and let's check this out. Oh, I don't want to be the one that loses Gretchen! Don't do this to me, Stella! You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. Do stay close, Vinny. I wouldn't want any harm to befall you. As you approach, a series of weak clucks calls out from a nearby bush. Pain! It's all pain! Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all. Oh! Goodbye! What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. I'm guessing it must be maybe 2-3 feet tall? Doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out Skunk Ape. Whatever it was, it has one of Duke's chickens. It looks like it's heading north. Let's go after it. Are we about to discover a new animal? I never thought I'd get to scratch that one off my bucket list. Yeah, I'm pumped. But we won't get to discover it unless we catch it. Let's go. Stella sprints into the woods in pursuit, leaving you with no choice but to run after her, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash. Stella, my darling companion, are you alright? Oof. Okay, the monsters will get you first. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm alright. I just tripped on something weird. Oh no, that poor thing. Must have been one of Duke's. Oh, Jesus, it's still alive. My husband brings me tea right in time to see a creepy chicken. Thank you, honey. Enjoy your creepy chicken. You move towards Stella to get a closer look at the chicken. Don't let Gretchen get too close. She'll try to take a bite if you don't stop her. I would never. Something about this bird don't smell right. You hold Gretchen's leash close to your chest. She squirms against her harness. Why am I alive? Its poor little chicken eyes look up at you glazed over, but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. It looks like this is what Stella slipped on. The wing is barely still attached, but it seems to be the least of this chicken's concerns. There's something in it. Do you see that? Good God. At first you thought it might have been a tumor, but this is something else. The skin is stretched taut, the growth pulsing beneath. You didn't know better. You say this could be some sort of parasitic growth, like a wasp laying eggs inside a caterpillar. Having investigated to your heart's content, you turn away to give Stella room to fill. Will you please put that chicken out of its misery? Ahem. It seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor, could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that could be done for her at this point. Jeez, I'm gonna have to put up some massive content warnings for this video. Hey, do you hear that? There's something coming out there all around us. I can smell it. There are so many of them. What in Sam Hill are you two doing out here? Didn't I tell you to... Birdie? Oh, Birdie, what's wrong, darling? Good God. Did y'all see what did this to her? We caught a glimpse of something earlier, and when we chased after it, it brought us here. Whatever did this to her, I think we can hear them in the trees. Put that camera away, for God's sakes, girl. I don't want to be in another of your videos. No one needs to see me like this. No one needs to see Birdie like this. You wouldn't put her online, would you? Not when she's like this, all swollen and hurting. Duke, did you hear me? I think they're coming closer. You stay away from my Stella, you mongrels. Come out, you sons of bitches. Duke, don't shoot them. We have no idea what'll happen. You hear that, Stella? That ain't the sound of something beast-like. Whatever these things are, they'll pay for what they did to my girls. Come on, you whatever your name is. Grab that flashlight and help me line up a good shot. I can feel that white-hot rage from earlier starting to wash back over me. I'm going after him. As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. Quick, they're closing in on us. Sorry, Duke. What in the ever-loving shit is that? You dive forward and scoop Gretchen into your arms just before she manages to wriggle out of her harness. Your eyes fixate on the dark tree line over Duke's shoulder. God damn it! Oh my god. You hear a body hit the ground, and then quiet as the chaos fades and the sounds of nature creep back in. Gretchen! Vinny! Duke! Are you alright? No. I'm just glad we're not dead. Yeah, not being dead is good. What happened? Did I lose myself again? I apologize for being so easily shaken up. I'll do better. Gretchen! Here, I'll take her. My poor little pup. Thanks for watching out for her. That's great, but I think I killed the other guy. Could I have saved Duke? Duke? Are you okay? Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god, Duke, holy shit. What do we do now? What the hell are we supposed to do? What do you mean, what do we do? We've got to take this to the police. A man's dead. What happened to Duke? Is something wrong with him? Why won't he get up? You're right. You're right. And we have footage of what happened here. But it's so dark and shaky. It all just seems so unbelievable. We need more footage. Come on, let's go after them before we lose our chance. Lead the way. Looks like Duke managed to tag one of them before he... You know. We should be able to follow that blood trail. Let's go while it's still fresh. As you and Stella push through the woods, the unearthly sounds once again surround you. What are y'all? God, they're everywhere! I smell something terribly foul, like a pile of rancid meat. I think we're almost there. The trees are starting to thin out. The shrieks pull back into steady whispers as you and Stella stumble upon the putrid bodies of dozens of dead and dying animals. A sinking realization pulls at your gut. This is their nest, and you are surrounded. Hey, there's Mountain Lion! What is this horrible place? We need to get out of here. More of the swellings. All the animals here have them. Or had them. Why aren't they attacking us? I have no idea, but I think we have enough footage. Let's get the hell away from this nest before they change their tune. Just as you follow Stella in a mad dash through the woods, so too do the unearthly hollers and whispers of the nest. In the highest branches of the trees, and down on the forest floor, they're all around you, casually keeping pace with your all-out sprint. We're almost there! As you and Stella reach the main road, the cries of the creatures fade back into the sounds of nature. It sounds like they've stopped following us. I certainly can't smell that stench anymore. I should get reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. You feel a buzz in your pocket. Tabitha's gonna kick my ass, and I probably deserve it. 6 missed calls from Tabitha, and 13 text messages. Yep, that's when you get your ass kicked. You try and call Tabitha back, but it goes straight to voicemail. You text Tabitha back and let her know you're okay. Your message sits unread. Tabitha seems worried. It's pretty late, isn't it? Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Hello, Earl? It's Stella Richmond. I'm up the mountain on the Asgina Trail. Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun. It happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. You gotta hurry. Okay, yeah. Are they really gone? Yeah, I think we're okay, but... Jesus, Earl, who's gonna tell Bo? I guess now we wait. Hey, it's Gossip Guy. Hugby. Franklin. It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Out of it walk 2 officers. Sheriff Hugby, a friendly older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses despite it being the middle of the night. That's not suspicious. See? Right there. A thing jumps out of the woods, then the shotgun goes off. What in the Sam Hill? What is that? Some kind of Pillsbury Doughboy? Could have been a naked maniac. As the video reveals the creature's nest, Franklin ever so slightly lowers his sunglasses. Or a whole bunch of naked maniacs. What the heck is that? Some sort of crop circle? They killed Duke. Uh-huh. Now we're gonna have to confiscate this camera, Miss Richmond, if you don't mind. This is evidence. But, okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery. Girl, you better be getting the SD card out of there. Here you go, Deputy Franklin. We appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body, but for now, Sheriff Hugby and I... Please, call me Earl. Earl and I will escort you and... Who are you exactly? That's Vinny. She came into town today for the funeral. Vinny? As in... Tabitha's cousin, yeah. Damn, didn't think you'd actually show. We'll escort you both back to town. If there's a naked maniac on the loose, it's best you don't walk back on your own. It wasn't a... Never mind. Why are you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things out there could attack someone else. Well, it ain't exactly like old Duke is going anywhere at this point. He'll still be out there in the morning. You don't know that. You don't know that. A fox could go after... Like, any meat-eating animal is going to go straight for a corpse. We only have a skeleton crew at the moment. Monday nights are Deputy Derrickson's bowling nights. We'll be on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will just have to wait. Now, if you'll kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your home. Do we have to ride back with you? We can just walk. Those creatures left will be fine. I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist, for your own safety. Stella sighs. Okay, thank you. You can ride up front with me, little lady. That is, if your mama permits. But what about Stella? She hates being in those wheel contraptions. Sure, Earl. You can hold Gretchen on the way back to town. The cops usher you and Stella into the back of their squad car. You are just the cutest little thing, Miss Gretchen. Yes, you are. Sheriff Hugby pats Gretchen on the head affectionately, but she remains wholly focused on Stella, a worried look stretched across her little pug face as Hugby scratches behind her ears. Stella stares out the window, oddly quiet. Oh, my poor Stella. Neither one of us much likes these awful metal beasts. If only I was able to comfort her. Confound this old man who reeks of coffee for keeping us apart. Hey, Stella. You good? She doesn't respond. You reach out and rest your palm gently on her shoulder. She jumps slightly at your touch, but you can feel some of her tension ease and hear her let out a self-soothing sigh. Remain silent. You sit quietly, watching the trees pass by in the light of the headlights. Every now and then you see a pale, anguished face staring out at you before it slips back into the darkness. Soon the rumble of gravel beneath the tires gives way to uneven pavement, and the car comes to a stop in front of a small cottage. You two stay out of trouble. We'll have this all sorted out in the morning. Just get a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was. Benny. Sure. You're in town for the funeral? Good. Don't you go leaving before then. I imagine we'll need to ask you a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. Stella, keep an eye on her for us. Make sure she doesn't get into any more trouble. Y'all have a good night now. Bye-bye, Crutchy. And y'all have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give you trouble, you know how to get in touch. And here you are, back in town, away from the woods with no one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. I hope you don't mind me asking, but why on earth did you want to walk home? That's a fair question. I've just had some bad experiences with cars. I don't know how to drive them, and I don't like getting into them unless it's literally a question of life or death. Which I guess tonight was. Sorry if I weirded you out. God, what a night. They sure seemed a little blasé about a man's death. I can't believe they're waiting until the morning to even start looking for him. Who knows what those things are doing to his body right now? I believe that they are well-intentioned, if in over their heads. And what's worse is I think they implied that you're a suspect, even after we showed them all of that footage. Even the nest. They're cops. It's their whole job dependent on somebody, so of course they'd pick the out-of-towner. Here's hoping the footage clears my name. Yeah, no kidding. But it's okay. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you. Nor will I, though I have little understanding of police work. My life is in your paws, Gretchen. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll never hold up in court. And it won't get to that point either, because we're going to do a little investigating of our own. We've got to find out more about those things. If we can get clearer footage, or better yet, trap one of them, there's no way they can blame you for what happened. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have and never came across anything like this. There is someone in town who might have useful information. My friend's mom. Her place isn't far. We should head over now before it gets any later. I should probably check in on Tabitha. My friend's place is on the way back, and stopping by shouldn't take long. You sure you don't want to stop in first? I know I wouldn't want to head up that mountain road by myself after everything that's happened tonight. When you put it like that, sure, let's do it. Awesome, let's go. I'm glad you're sticking it out with us. It's always so nice to have an extra companion. I hope she's still awake. There's something foul creeping up behind us. Vinny. Jesus! You and Stella turned to see a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. He's standing there menacingly. Welcome home. Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An older woman stands in the entryway. Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight. You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared into the shadows of the night. I'm sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? And who is this? Hi, Miss Forsyth. This is Finny. Is it okay if we come in? Of course, of course. You're in luck. I just put on water for hibiscus tea. And for goodness sake, you can call me Sybil. You're an adult now, after all. No ma'am. No ma'am. It is always Mr. or Mrs. Or Mix. Welcome to my little nook. This place always has the loveliest aromas. It's nice to finally meet you, Vinny. I'm so sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul. She has been sorely missed in the holler. And now poor Pearl Ann is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town. I like what she did with the flowers there. Tea is life. Yes, ma'am, it is. I'm drinking some. Let's see here. Who was that outside? Just a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him. You knew my mom? Of course, dear. She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. You should come by sometime. I can delight you with unsavory tales of her youth. How did you know that she died? Oh, Pearl Ann was a chatty woman. Not much went on that I wouldn't get an earful of, bless her heart. I've never met Pearl Ann. You don't have to pass on your condolences to me. I have no feelings about that woman. That's fair, child, but it seemed like the right thing to do. Excuse me. We need your help. Ah, yes. I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time. What's got you here so late? You seem troubled. You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff? I'm not so sure I follow, dear. I know which oils to use for which eggs. I know a bit about classical spiritualism. Just what sort of unexplainable things are you talking about? Duke was killed tonight by something in the woods. Oh, my lord! Have you contacted the police? Yes, and they didn't take it very serious. They're not even looking for the body until tomorrow. Those things out there, I don't even know how to describe them. I can't say I know much about local wildlife. My daughter has always had a brighter gift for nature than I. This wasn't the local wildlife, Mrs. Forsyth. Here, I can show you. Stella pulls a memory card out from her sleeve and pops it into her phone. Yes, Stella! I wasn't about to just let the police hold on to this. At least not before we had a chance to make a copy. smooth. The cops wouldn't know what to do with that footage anyway. Imagine if they accidentally erased it. Exactly. I'll give it to them if they ask again, but for now we can examine the footage for ourselves. Where was this? Up the mountain to the northwest. Within the town limits? Yes. I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger and louder if you can? I need to plug the memory card into a computer. I could go back and get mine. No need. Kanika should still be awake. She can lend us hers. Kanika? Are we seeing Kanika? You better come with, Stella. I'm sure she'll be more willing to help a friend than our nosy mother. Kanika, come on out. We could use a little help. Oh. Excuse me, I was love-struck for a moment. What, Mom? Oh. Hey, Stella. And Gretchen, who's a good potato. Kanika! Is it me? Am I the good potato? I most certainly hope I am. And a stranger. What are you doing in my house? Hi, I'm Vinny. Tabitha's cousin? Yep. Sweetie, we were wondering if we could borrow your laptop. Stella and her friend have a video to show us. It's really important, Kanika. Okay. My room's a mess. I'll just bring it out there. Is that a Sailor Moon shirt? Oh, she's got the rollers in. A heads up, Kanika. This is graphic. Duke got killed out in the woods tonight. It's on the recording. Wait, are you serious? Duke's dead? We can watch this without you. You know I have a harder stomach than any of our friends. I'm pressing play. Silence washes over the room as the video plays. Stella, what the hell is this? It is a Sailor Moon shirt! Oh, I'm in love. This is far beyond my ability to contribute. I'll leave the thinking to you humans. I'm sorry either of you had to see this, but Vinny and I had no idea how to make heads or tails out of it. Stella, are you okay? Did you get hurt? I'm fine. Really, I'm okay. You remain silent. Poor Duke. Or Bo. Has anyone told him yet? We talked to the police. I hope they told Bo, but Earl and Deputy Franklin didn't seem to be... Oh, excuse me. Didn't seem to be much of a hurry to do anything. I'll call him later tonight. But for now, we have something far more serious to discuss. I agree. Those things are still out there, and as long as they are, more people are in danger. So very true, but not for the reasons you think. These things... My grandmother called them ditchlings. They are a terrible omen, a sign of great suffering and destruction to come. Mom, come on. Whatever's doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and Vinny with this tally-po crap. A man just died. Have some respect. Kanika, sweetie, let your mother talk. The creatures themselves are harmless to people despite that grisly scene in the woods. How can you say that? Duke is dead. An unfortunate accident and nothing more. Just as birds flock before a storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to fall. To see one is to be cursed by fate. To see so many in one place is... Sybil holds her silence. Jesus, Mom! They've clearly had a rough night. They don't need this. It's okay, Kanika. This is helpful. Stella, whatever these things are, they aren't magic. We can't rule that out, not after what we saw. But fine, let's focus on what we know. Whatever they are doing something to these animals. You saw that nest. What were those growths? It must be part of their life cycle. I looked at that chicken up close and it looked like some sort of parasitic growth, like when a wasp lays eggs in a caterpillar. That seems plausible. But I don't want to jump to any conclusions about something this out there, not without doing some research or talking to a biologist. I'm sure there's a rational explanation that'll clear all of this up. Oh dear! I've forgotten entirely about the tea I put on. Let me fix you up a couple of cups. It'll soothe your nerves. I don't know. It's getting late and I should let Vinny get some rest. I ran her ragged today with all the hiking and running through the woods in terror. I can stay out. I'm still wired from everything that happened. Okay, maybe it's that I'm eager to get home and start doing some research. I'll ask around on my usual forums to see if anyone has information on ditchlings. Is that what you called them? That's right. You go on home now and do try to get some rest. Don't stay up all night on the online. The online? Let me get you some of my house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonders to soothe the soul. Bye, Stella. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kanika. I'll see ya. Bye, Vinny. It's excellent, iced or warm. Though with the nights getting chillier, warm will probably be best. Helps wake up the bones. Be careful out there, both of you. Sybil turns and closes the door behind her. What an unfortunately short visit. If the dog likes you, I like you. That's just how life goes. Alrighty, let's head back home. My home, I mean. And here we are. You're welcome to stay the night if you want. And I think that's where we're gonna end it today. A lot's happened. A lot has happened. That was a lot. So yeah. Bye!